Dominic Thiem with 2 tournament victories this year. He won Buenos Aires and Lyon as well. He also reached the finals of the ATP Masters 1000 in Madrid before losing to Sasha Zverev, who was defeated right here in Louis Armstrong Stadium by fellow German Philipp Kohlschreiber yesterday evening. Thiem has served incredibly well in the tournament thus far. He's held 37 of 38 service games. That's good for 97%. He's saved 6 of 7 break points. Thiem was the second Grand Slam finalist from his homeland of Austria. He joined former French Open champion Thomas Muster, who's of course a former world #1. Dominic Thiem, as I mentioned, one of the few guys to defeat Rafa Nadal on clay, but it was not just any victory. He ended Nadal's 50-set clay win streak. Semi-final. He's improved his year-end ranking in 7 consecutive seasons. A former #2 junior in the world. Thiem had an incredibly successful junior career before heading on to the Pro Tour in 2011. He was a singles champion at the Orange Bowl, one of the top junior tournaments in the world. He was a finalist at the 2011 French Open Junior Championship. Thiem is certainly one of the centerpieces of the next-gen movement of young players under the age of 25, one of the few remaining in the tournament after losses by Dominic of Australia and Sasha Zverev of Germany yesterday. Should Thiem find a way to upset last year's finalist Kevin Anderson, he would face the winner of Rafa Nadal and Nicolas Basilashvili in the quarters. As you hear the music starting to play, the fans starting to pile in, the atmosphere here in Flushing Meadows is like no other. Thiem now working on the return. You see him with that wide base, the wide stance there, something popularized by Novak Djokovic. The players across the board standing quite a bit wider in their return stance than they did in previous generations. It'll be important for Thiem to return well today against the big serving Anderson. Anderson and Thiem's most recent matchup came in Madrid this year, with Thiem winning his only victory against Anderson 6-4, 6-2. Prior to that, they played in Washington, D.C. last year in the U.S. Open Series 2017, round of 16. Kevin Anderson winning 7-6 in the 3rd set. Anderson also won 7-6 in the 3rd set at the Masters 1000 in Paris in 2015. But Thiem, one of those guys that has improved every year that he's been on tour and has been playing great tennis all year long. So this is certainly a matchup that Anderson is taking very seriously, despite his 6-1 all-time record against the Austrian. let us know in the comments your prediction for this match, one of the featured matches of the day. The first battle between